Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Cho Thoughts. I, of course, am the Big Cho. That is Big E. And we are back for another week of fuckery, fuckerdom, and more fuckage. Um,
That was a lot
my
of fuck.
weekend, my weekend was trash. Like, one, it was hot, then it was cold, then it was hot, then it was cold, and we really didn't do too much. Of course, like I worked, is about it, and then I came back. Uh, the girlfriend saw Roadhouse finally. About time.
Shut up.
But you still haven't?
When has my wife been home?
Y'all should simulcast.
No. I'm trying. I'll hurt my head trying to get her to do that from the hospital.
Right. But she enjoyed it. Um, and then we watched Argyle. That was cool. Like if you to the
What
people
is that
watching,
one? Is it on Peacock?
nah. I think that's Oppenheimer that's on Peacock. Um Argyle is if you like the Kingsman, you'll like Argyle.
Oh, okay. I mean, I know what it is. I just didn't know it was on a streaming service already.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not. Oh, well
No.
then.
I, I was doing some bad things,
Oh,
you know.
it
This is
happens.
what I do, bro.
It happens.
Um, I was like, I found a copy of the Ghostbusters as well, so I'll probably be watching that this week. So, um,
I've seen it twice the same night.
I know I've heard.
Just saying.
I've heard on a podcast. I think you and I host, but yeah, we really didn't do too much. So it was like there's really no weekend update with me. Um, I know you have things going on.
Yeah, I mean, there was. Yeah, I mean, nothing really. I mean, yeah, there's shit going on, but nothing that's out of the norm. As I just said, like Donna's still in the hospital. She had surgery number 2 on Friday. I mean, the surgery part itself went well. Don't know if it working or not. Uh, uh, I don't. That's what I mean. Like, I didn't do
Yeah,
shit.
right. I was like, that's what I was thinking. I was like, and then we talked over the weekend, and I was like,
You did, yeah. You called me Saturday, I think, when you were finishing up at work,
yeah,
and then I like the weekend for me. Like it was kind of like a try and just chill and relax weekend because I still haven't been feeling good and I like wasn't feeling that great this weekend. So I wasn't like trying to do too much to overexert myself, but
right.
like I mean I putzed around the house with a few things, but um yeah, Saturday this was a huge sports weekend for me. I know not so much probably for you. Saturday I watched hockey almost all day. There was a game on. It started at noon. I watched that. I started watching the second hockey game. It got a little boring, so I switched over and I was watching the Tiger Woods documentary.
Yeah,
Then I watched the Masters, and then I went from the Masters into the Penguins game Saturday night,
and
which
then what happened?
this fucker right there decided to watch the game, so we lost, asshole. Um, and
hold on,
then
hold on. For people that don't know, and if they have followed this by now, for some reason I cannot either watch the Penguins on television, I can't listen to them on a fucking radio, nor can I go to the game. And what's funny is I saw they were on ABC, so I know Brandy's a hockey Pens fan. So I was like, oh fuck it, I'll put it on while we're waiting for live PD or on patrol or whatever. So I put it on and I shit you not. As soon as I text you, bam, bam, they scored. I watched the Bruins score. And I'm fucking pissing my pants laughing. And
I threatened
Brandy's
your life. I'm still at the mode of threatening your life. Because we needed that win, and it's your fucking fault that we lost. So,
and then I
like,
said I wanted 4 by the end of the period. Just being cocky and brash, and my big East side came out just being an asshole. And I
yeah,
was like, And next thing you know, I was like, I
Because
looked at the score and I was like, holy
every
fuck.
time they scored, you would text me, "Oh, sorry, bro," and I'm like, "Fuck you."
Well, as soon as they scored them back to back ones, Brandy just starts laughing. Then she went to the bathroom and I fucking lost it because they scored again. And I was like, you got to be shitty. Like, I don't believe it, you know what I mean? Because I don't do the Pittsburgh superstitions and all that shit. But watching this literally unfold in front of me from clicking it on, I was like, fuck, it might be me. Like,
Yeah,
I really was. And then she came out and she's like, who scored? I was like, if I'm laughing, who do you think scored? The Bruins did. And then we went and we watched live PD. And then I was like looking at Bleacher on my phone just because. And then I saw they were like rallying again. And I was like, that's because I'm not watching it. And then I shit you not, I look in my phone and just brought it up a little bit. And I was like, and then boom, 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 it ended. And I was like, I really shouldn't watch them.
no, don't turn that fucking shit on now. Um,
It's over.
no, it's
It's
not.
it's over. It's over. It's over. Only thing I
Listen,
was mad about is my Avalanche lost 7-0 against the fucking Winnipeg Jets. But hey,
yeah,
they're going to the playoffs though, so
yeah. Well, we were, thanks to you. We're
well, you
not.
guys, all you Pens fans are welcome.
Yeah, I
I'm
wouldn't come
just
over
an
my
extra.
house. You might need to take some time off from my house.
Although
Uh,
I will shout out my buddy Matt Light, the comedian. Uh, he had this sweet ass Penguins hat, and it was like I call it the Pittsburgh Pigeon when they changed it, and it was like the 25. Remember when they did that 25-year kind of thing?
yeah.
It was, yeah. And it was like a nice script in front of it with the emblem here. And I was like, that's bad. Like, that's bad. And he was just liked it for me real quick because I know he's traveling back and forth between here and like Texas. But I was like, that shit's sick. I wouldn't wear it though because no. But so you watched the Masters too.
And then yesterday, all I did was watch the Masters. Jane had work yesterday. She didn't on
How bored
Saturday.
was your fucking day to watch the Masters all day?
No, no, dude, I was in my glory. See,
I mean,
that's what I said.
I watch golf, you know.
That, yeah. But see, that's the like. I don't think you can get into it as much as I do because you don't play golf. Like, you'll go to
I
the
don't know.
driving range with me or whatever, but you don't go golfing.
I haven't golfed. I fuck.
You didn't even golf when we went to Top Golf for Craig's
I
birthday.
it's just not my thing anymore. And I think the last time I golfed is when I was dating Aaron, I think. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I know you don't mind golf, like you don't hate it, but you don't get into it like I do. And I mean, and I haven't with my back, like I didn't really golf that much, especially like even through the pandemic, like I didn't golf that much. And then my back situation, which made it hard to golf. So I haven't actually got out golfing in a while. But for me to watch that, like, so my kid had to be at work at 1. So I drove her down to work. I came home and I'm like, all right, coverage starts at 2. And I'm like, what can I do? I was like, you know what? I punched around again, did a few things around the house. Boom, sat down, did not fucking move until my kid called me and said, Dad, it's time to pick me up. And at that point, the Masters was over because she wasn't done till 10 at night.
Yeah, right.
I I was in full Masters mode, and for me, it was like I don't have like a favorite, you know, like it was just it for me. It was just like kind of one of those things where just watching the sport, like I'm watching these guys make these shots, and then like you know the earlier part of the day, I did follow like the Tiger coverage. They had like a special just Tiger coverage
Yeah,
because
I saw
for
that.
him. So it was like I did watch that. It was nice to see Tiger, and then he was golfing with an amateur. So if you don't know golf, like an amateur is like a college kid who's just trying to get he's good, but he's trying to make it to the pros. So for the Masters, they let a few amateur these young kids in to get their feet wet and see how they handle the pressure and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the last day of the Masters, this kid is golfing with fucking Tiger Woods. And dude's good. I mean, he's got a great golf career ahead of him, like whatever he gets himself into. And they
Yeah.
kept saying like he's from he golfs for Ohio State college and all this stuff. I'm like, oh great. Then I come to find out the fucking kid's born and raised from Pittsburgh. He went to Central Catholic and played golf for Central.
Go figure. He went to like Central Catholic.
And I'm like, all right, way to go, Yinzer, out there with Tiger. Like,
You just
his
gave
cat.
every Yinzer hope for a fucking
Yeah.
golfer now.
I'm like, this kid's gonna be somebody. We're gonna have a guy out there on the green.
Right?
But yeah, so it was just cool. Like, it was just a nice chill day. I mean, the weather, I mean, it was windy as shit over here.
Yeah. It was wild.
Yeah, because you called me when you were on your way to go get Xander. You were checking in on me for one of the situations. I think you were checking on Donna or whatever, but you were like, bro, it got fucking dark. And I was like, it's still sunny over here. And it didn't start raining and storm until after I got the kid home from work. So it was like almost 11 o'clock at night when it's finally rained here. But you said it was bad earlier.
Yeah, like it was crazy. Like when I went and because B left, she went back home, and I was trying to call her after I picked him up, and I kept hearing shit in the background, and I was like, is that hail?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'll call you back in a minute." I was like, "No, just call me when you're home." Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's fine.
You don't need another one of those incidents.
Nah, I don't need a third fucking accident out of this woman. God bless her heart. But when I was driving to go pick him up, that's when I called you because right after the turnpike, it was nothing but like blue skies and clear, and it looked amazing. And behind me looks like a scene from fucking Twister. Like
Yeah.
it was so dark, and I was like, "Oh damn! Like we're gonna get nailed." So when I was coming back with him, I was like, "Clouds are dark, no rain, no nothing," and I was like, "Damn! Like I'll still keep the front door open, maybe get fresh air going through, a nice breeze, whatever." And it didn't start raining here until about 9:30, 10 o'clock. And then I guess that's when you got it.
And then we got it after. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just real windy. So but like I said, it was just a nice kind of chill day. Like I just kicked back, just me and the dog hanging out at the house. And, yeah, I watched a lot of golf. And then I actually forgot because after golf was over, I started watching something else. I don't remember what it was, like a TV show. I got caught up in like reruns of Seinfeld or something like that. And I forgot because they had on that Billy Joel concert last night from Madison Square Garden. And I wanted to watch that, but I missed it. So I'm assuming it'll probably be on Paramount because it was CBS had it.
It's a CBS thing. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
I would assume so. I'll see if I can rewatch it. Oh, that was the other thing I did that I messaged you about because I knew like you were a fan. Like I told you, like I got caught up on that new X-Men, the
Your
X-Men
X-Men
cartoon.
97.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was some shit.
Yeah, I was like, don't tell me. That's a tomorrow thing.
No, like I was intrigued because I wanted to watch it. Like I saw the trailers. I was like, bro, I'm in on this. Like I want to check it out. And I always,
As was I.
Disney, Marvel, like I always give them a fair shake and, I'll critique it after I watch. And I went bowling with Mike and John. And John asked me, he goes, "Did you watch the new X-Men?" And I was like, "No, not yet. I want to." He was like, he goes, "It's good." I'm like, "All right." So I watched like the first 2 episodes and I didn't know how many were out. I didn't know how many they were doing.
Yeah.
Supposedly they're doing 10 total and it's still week per week, they're dropping. So now I'm caught up. So this Wednesday in 2 days will be a new episode. And that's where I got to pick it up. And whew, this is like, even for a cartoon, like I'm hooked. I'm like, it's a fucking cartoon.
Yeah, right.
Like I felt like a little kid. I think that was Sunday morning before I took my kid to work because she was like showering and finished some homework, whatever. So I'm like, all right, let me, because they're only like 25-minute episodes. So I'm like, let me see how many I got. I'll catch up. Dude, I felt like a little kid. I'm sitting here with a bowl of fucking Lucky Charms, eating some cereal, watching fucking cartoon X-Men. And I'm like, but this show got me fucking hooked. Like they
Yeah, I
leave
mean,
you,
they took
they
away
leave you,
Rogue's ass though, bro. I don't like
they
it.
they leave you with cliffhangers. They leave you with like crazy shit that you're like, oh fuck, I didn't expect that to happen. Like
Yeah,
because I mean, for anybody that is a comic book person, like like that X-Men world is wide open.
very.
There's so much they could take a story or twist or do this, just like any Marvel.
Well, the end of the first episode is mind blowing.
That
When
wait.
they run
No,
into Magneto at the school.
okay. Because I didn't know, I had to stop and think for a minute because I didn't want to say what I thought you were gonna say, and I'm like, oh wait, I don't know how far. Like I didn't
And I
want
was
to.
like, that's as far as I would extend it. Like, we are not a spoiler podcast.
No, yeah, it's crazy his role in this show, and then again where they take shit and where oh bro, I'm like, how am I hooked on a fucking cartoon? But that's the thing is it's not for kid. Like I don't expect like okay, a teenager maybe, but anybody in like middle school or younger, this is not a cartoon for them. Not saying they couldn't watch it, but they're not going to know what's going on unless you're an old school comic person
Yeah,
because this literally dabbles in, I mean, it picks up from the old world, which
right from the old one. Yeah.
and it carries through, bro. And it wasn't so much a spoiler, but it's like episode number 3. The whole episode is based off of the game, the Sega game.
Oh, that's wild.
Dude, like the whole episode, and that if you look at the episode list, it's called like 8-bit something. I think is what the name of the fucking episode's called. Had me mind blown the way they did this, like like that episode with this how they tied stories together, and just there is a point where there's some 8-bit screen going on. Like it
That's
was
cool.
it
That's
was
rad.
it was wild. Like so that was my weekend. That's all I did. Like
Right?
Masters, X-Men, and hockey. And a little pirates in there. I got to see Kutch's 300. I turned on the fucking hockey game or the baseball game just in time to see Kutch hit his 300th home run. So way to go, Kutch. If you're watching, way to go.
If Andrew McCutcheon's watching our podcast, I could die happy, man.
Yeah,
Um, but backing to the Masters,
yeah.
uh, I was telling Brandy Friday. That's when coverage started, right?
Thursday.
Thursday. Okay.
I watched
I
it
was
all
like,
4 days. My kid said I had a problem.
you probably do, but Friday, I was in town, and my coworker Justin, Justin, had
Yeah.
some like a hodgepodge of routes, like
Uh,
little it was more windshield time than anything.
yeah, yeah.
And this one is like as we don't get a lot of residency houses, like
Okay.
for a bin pickup, and the notes had me pissing myself. The notes state at this one residency, it says, "Please arrive by 10 a.m. If not, I will be hammered off Bloody Marys because I'm watching the Masters."
Oh, bro. Like,
Bro, so he called me afterwards. He said, "I didn't expect like this 75-year-old lady to walk out, tell me where the bin was. At this time, bro, she's holding her first Bloody Mary
Bloody
in her
Mary.
hand." She was like, "You got here just in time." I was like, "Bro, I would have went at like fucking 1 just to see how trash she was, because she probably would have tipped him." You know what
That's
I
the
mean?
thing. Like, that's the thing with like golf, like, especially for like these major championships, like the Masters, like, people like, because obviously I watched Pat McAfee today, and he even said like the Masters, it has that opportunity to get fucking that you can get some rowdy like a crowd
Oh
because
yeah,
they're
for sure.
there all day just pounding
Yeah.
beers. But this one, they were classy. They cheered when they needed to cheer. They were cool. Like no one was getting out of hand. It didn't seem like. But I could see some shit like that. Like if I was back in the, I don't know. I don't want to say back in the day, but Like if I still drank like I could, like, bro, again, I sat here for 4 days. I would have put a couple back. I wouldn't have minded.
I'd have been like, the bin's around the corner, motherfucker. Here's 100.
Yeah. Like that's crazy. And that's the thing too, is like golf is like I feel like an older, I think it's starting to turn to like that catch the younger crowd, like our age, I guess you
Yeah.
could say, but I still feel like golf is an older person thing. So the fact that she was like 75 or whatever, like that surprised me.
I just like the fact that she warned us that she might be fucking trash if we're there after 10. I was like, look at old fucking Ethel getting it the fuck in at 10 a.m. Like, this bitch ain't playing. Because you know
She,
what? She's going to go to sleep about
she could
4.
you know what? She's probably one of them ladies that I would sit and watch it with because I'd want to watch the the transition of sober to trashed. But you know, she probably had fucking stories. Like I remember when Arnie Palmer won his first Masters. Like
And
she could tell you some shit.
he putted a 17-footer on the 18th. Gusling wings. Like, well,
I remember when Tiger was just a gleam in his dad's eye. Like
right? Right? Like, who the fuck is Rory McIlroy? Be like, whoa, whoa.
yeah.
But it was just funny. Like, we don't. I've been in 4 years, 4.5. I've never seen notes that were that
That
like
detail.
descriptive, where it was like that detailed. Like, if you come after that,
That's
when I
like,
saw it, was like, I'm gonna be hammered. I was like, dude, this lady is my spirit animal. Like, that would be me. I'm gonna be trash.
dude,
Like,
I had I had an older gentleman. I don't know how he's 70, I think. 72 maybe. I don't know. He's up there.
okay,
I saw that him and a couple buddies were placing some bets on the Masters, like official like casino bets.
yeah.
So I started talking golf with them, and one of the nicest guys I've ever met. All like cool dude, likes to talk sports stuff like that. And I was like, anybody put some money down on Tiger? I was not expecting this gentleman to look at me and go, I don't know. He swore off sex. And I was like, I know. Like I saw that. Like he like swore off sex and like he had this like strict ritual routine that he was following because he feels he don't got many runs left in him.
Mm-hmm.
And then the guy goes, yeah. You know how many IHOP waitresses are probably pissed because they weren't getting a piece of Tiger out there in Augusta? I was like, that's hilarious. And I
That's
was
fucking
not
great.
expecting that to come out of your mouth. like,
That's fucking great.
like it's like one of those where you're like, dirty old man. like, you know?
Yeah, right.
I was like, that was not what I was expecting, but you're not wrong either.
No, no,
like
especially fucking Tiger. Like,
yeah.
oh my god.
Yeah, so that was a thing if you didn't know. He swore off sex, I think alcohol, which I don't even know if he really drinks anymore after his accidents and shit. Like
Yeah, I think he
because
did that just to like stay focused.
yeah, that's what it was. Because he even said like, you know, I mean, even though he came in like last place on Sunday, but like he's just, I mean, and he looked all right. I mean, I was talking to Mike at one point during the Masters, and I told him too, like he beefed up, like he put some weight on, but not in a bad way. Like I don't know
No,
if he was
like
he's been hanging out with the Usos or something.
I saw that he did look a little, jacked real quick.
Yeah,
It's like,
they
huh,
said
look at
they,
you.
they, they said it could have been one of those things because of his surgery and like the accident and stuff. He had to work on his back and kind of like his upper body. Like that was,
Yeah, like a routine, like his PT.
yeah. So it could have been like be where it's from. I was like, oh, whatever he's doing. I mean, I don't want to say it didn't work for him, but I mean, for somebody his age to still be golfing like that, that's what I was like, dude. He's 'cause at some point during the Masters, they said like 48-year-old Tiger Woods, and I was like, 48? Like what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Makes me feel old then.
yeah, for sure. I mean, I have I got a 60-some-year-old guy at work, and speaking of old perverted men.
Oh, geez.
I like how these aren't even intended, but they're segueing right into more shit. So last week, we're milling around bullshitting, and he said something to me, and he goes, "Hey, did you see like this little shanty town in town? It's like leaving to Oakland or whatever. It's like under one of the bridges."
Okay.
And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I've crossed it plenty of times. Yeah, of course." He was like, just for one time, just one time, I'd love to see like a hot bum. I was like, you mean like an actual homeless person that's hot, like a woman? He was like, yeah, yeah, why not? And I was like, you ain't.
Because they
Like,
can't bathe. They can't fix their teeth. Their hair's a
yeah.
rat mess. You
So
ain't getting a hot one.
I was like, bro, this isn't like homeless
Survivor.
pretty woman. That's what I said. I was like, this isn't homeless pretty woman.
He's
Like,
hoping for some naked and afraid type shit.
yeah, like I was thinking, like, bro, you just driving down in your van, and you're like, oh, she's really hot, but what are the chances she has all of her teeth? She smells like
I mean, do you
roses,
plan on picking her up? Like, what's the deal?
bro. Yes, like he was
Oh,
like, yeah, and then I was like, I told him I was like, hey man, say she is. What do you think's going on down here? Like,
yeah.
she been in them
Again,
streets.
hasn't bathed, hasn't.
Yeah, so
She ain't
who
getting no
knows?
haircuts.
Right. Who knows if she's down there like braid your hair, braid your hair. I don't know.
Well, like
And
fucking
then,
Captain Lou Albano with some gum bands.
oh my God, right. And then I was like, I said to him, I was like, even so, the smell has to be putrid. Like, bruh, you gotta be kidding me. And he was like, no, I wouldn't, but I'd like class her up. I was like, you're really speaking like
You think
homeless
it's just
pretty
like fucking
woman.
homeless pretty woman?
Yes, that's the way he's coming off. And I was like, what? Like,
Uh,
and then I was thinking to myself, like, is internet dating not working? Like, Tinder, fucking, plenty of fish, all of them, like, it's not working. And we're just resulting to the shanty town
we we
downtown.
just, bro, here's what we need to do. We're gonna start a new site or app, whatever the kids are using nowadays. We're gonna go out there and it's gonna be like a homeless order bride. Like we'll go get pictures of all the homeless chicks, put them up there, like on a profile. We'll create them a page, and the guys that are into that can fucking start picking them up. We're doing a service.
I
We're
mean,
helping
might as
these
well.
guys out. We're getting the homeless off the street. They're getting a nice house, maybe a shower,
Maybe a warm meal,
nice meal. At
you
least at
know,
one date. They got to at least take them out on one date.
one date, you know what I mean? It's
If
like
it works out,
it's like
if
the
it works
dirty
out,
bachelorette.
I think we should do it. We're doing it.
I mean, and if it works, then we'll throw in the guys too, if women are looking for whatever. But
Yeah, they want like a project.
yeah, there you go.
There's girls out there like that. They like their projects.
And that's it. The homeless bachelor and bachelorette, sponsored by the Cho Thoughts podcast. Why not?
Yeah, yeah.
Like we could call it like the homeless nest or something, because I don't want to get sued.
Yeah, no, I don't want to get sued either. But I
Dude,
mean, really,
there we
are
go.
the,
The shanty town.
are the homeless gonna sue us though?
No, I'm talking about like
Oh,
bachelorette or anybody.
yeah,
Why the hell not? And then, like, instead of giving them a rose, they give them a toothbrush
they could.
or
Bar
a
soap,
comb, soap.
soap on a rope.
See, look at us.
We got it figured out.
So I got to thank my man. We just came up with a great fucking idea.
Yeah, he can help us. He can host. Well, now me and you'll host.
Dude, he
He'll be
could
like
be the person.
he could be our first, yeah, like first
Look at
contestant,
us.
whatever you want to call him. I was gonna make him like an inside reporter.
Look
Like
at us. Look at us.
we'll send no other way. We'll send him.
Who cares?
We'll send him to the like shanty town to do the inside reporting while we're like at the studio. because I don't want to go down there.
Nah, I mean, I can't sit there with a teeth counter. Like,
No.
this is Madison. She has 14 teeth, and they're all
Yeah, maybe instead of roses, he gives out dentures. Like, I don't know.
right, or gives them like a coupon to a fucking ass.
Gives them
I
a
don't
foam. He
know,
gives them a foam tray with a good meal.
but dude, I mean, as soon as he said that, I just looked at him and was like, "Hey, you know, you know what happens, right? When you tell me this bullshit." And he's looking at me and he's like, "Oh no," and I was like, "You're just
Oh
like
yes.
every fucking body else in my life now,
You
bro."
know, hey, you know who we could probably? I don't know. I mean, they're still out there, but I know they're not probably making content. We'll probably have to get some advice. Like they could be like a not a mentor, but like a what should I call it? Like a oh shit. Like they can give us like an advisor. We got to find the guys that did bum fights.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! Hands down,
They would know. They would know what to do. They would be able to give us some tips, some pointers. You know, like a
hands down.
consult. They'll be like a consult guy.
There you go. But like, I need a consigliere or whatever, or concierge. Who'd
Yeah,
you
like
call? The guy from Bum Fights.
yeah, because you know we don't we want to get everything right. We don't want to insult anybody.
No, we don't. And if you don't know what Bum Fights is, I highly suggest to Google it.
Oh, I just thought of something. I have an
I'm all
inside
ears.
source. I have an inside source. I know one of the bums.
Is it a woman?
No, I he. Let me be proper. I don't want to insult anybody.
I'm like, careful, because you already said before we aired you were going to get us canceled. So
He's a little person. He's a little person. He's a midget. He's a little person.
well, that's
But
all the time we have. To
his name's
we'll just go to
Alex.
black. He'll be like,
His name's Alex. If you travel, you know the they call it the bathtub area that just flooded all fucking week or whatever.
oh, the Mon.
Yeah, down along the parkway going towards the Fort Pitt tunnels.
Yeah,
You know, there's always like homeless people begging for money down there during rush hour.
correct.
He hangs out down there.
That we could do that too. Is have him.
We'll make him be the inside reporter. We're giving him a job.
There you
I
go.
think we'll give him $1 an hour. It's better than nothing.
We're providing jobs. Why not?
I think we got it all figured out.
I just realized that I'm drinking tea from like a fucking Uncle Si cup. Great.
Yeah, you are.
I am. I mean, that's what I do on Sundays. I watch fucking FYI and watch old Duck Dynasty clips because
There's nothing wrong with that.
bro, never. That's you. That's me and you, bro. All day, all long. But I did. I fucked with him because as soon as he's telling me the story, my eyes are lighting up. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Nope, no.
Like, can you repeat that? I want to write this down so I get it
I
correct.
did, and I was like, and then what's funny is like I went in my notepad in my phone, like when I went on, like when I was going home, and I was like, do not forget this. Like this is because I was like, what? Like what? And then
Yeah.
now here I am on the road, and I'm looking for a hot homeless person, male or female, just so I can tell him, hey, bro, there's an outstanding fucking handsome man over here by Forbes, or there's this hot broad over here by Fifth Avenue
At the corner of Fifth and
on the
Main.
corner of Fifth and Main. Like, damn. But I was like, no, like I just,
Yeah.
But I did. I was like, you know what happens when you tell me these stories? Like, they just made the pod. Like, there you go.
We have to carry around like a disclaimer card with us, like a business card, but it's a disclaimer. We just start handing it out to people like, look, before you tell me anything, just so you know,
Yeah.
It might make it on the pod.
Yeah, it just might make it on the pod
Like we'll
because
we'll we'll change. What is that like on like old police show, or even on like Law and Order and stuff where they're like the names, the stories are true, but the names and or whatever have been changed.
yes,
We'll have to do that.
these are their stories. Chose us.
We even get the little bum bum.
That's it, bro. Yeah, I was just like, oh my god, like he hit the top of the fucking list for me.
That's
As soon
great.
as he was breaking that down, and then he was like, I was just thinking when I was leaving like Wintersville, I was like, oh, you were thinking about this in like Ohio? Like, all right.
He was hoping to see a good Ohio bum out there.
Uh, but then what's funny is so that route I've did it, and it's like you're in Wintersville, Ohio, and then you go through Weirton, and then you come back to Pittsburgh. And then I was like, so you're telling me you were looking for them in Wintersville, and then you turn around and you're driving through Weirton, you ain't gonna see nothing there. I was like, no offense, Weirton. I was like, I'm just saying, your bums are bummy. Like your
Should,
bums are
should
bums.
should they be labeled as bums and bumettes?
Yeah, till we get somebody who's like, I'm non-binary, but like, get out.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't. We only have so much in the budget, okay? Like, just pick one. And if you're that homeless that you're like, I'm non-binary, nah, not really.
I just watched last night. Um, oh, that's what I watched that made me forget about the concert. Was it's new, but it's not right now new. It came out, I guess, like right around the holidays last year, 2023. Jim Brewer came out with a new comedy special.
Really?
It's
Oh yeah, I've seen bits and pieces of it on Instagram.
it's on YouTube. It's not like not on Netflix or anything like that. It's on the YouTube's like how a lot of comedians are doing YouTube stand-ups now.
Yeah.
So his was on there. It's like an hour and a half long. Bro, he like because like I mean he still goes out and does stuff, but I don't think like I haven't seen like a full special like this from him in a while. So for him, like I mean, I'm a huge fan of his style and just the way he is and like how he like does character type things and he voices and the whole nine yards. Like him and his style talking about modern topics, like current topics.
Oh yeah.
Gender was a part of it.
Oh, I fucking bet.
There was that. He does do politics first, and I think he might have done that on purpose, like to get politics out of the way, because there were a few where I was kind of like, oh, like, not that they were bad, but it's like you're gonna piss somebody off. Like that's like, and you know me, like I don't do politics. I could give two shits, but I was kind of like, all right, let's get back to the more funny. Like it was funny, but I'm like, let's get back to your normal shit. Like let's go. And he talked about the gender stuff a little bit, and again a few other like current topics. And then he did like he was always good for like storytelling,
Yeah.
like, and that's why I feel like I like Bert Kreischer, because I feel like I don't want to say him and Brewer are on that same kind of page where it's like they can tell really good stories that are about them, that are true, like, you know, and you're just like, how has this even happened to somebody?
Hmm.
So he tells this like long, that's how he ends the show. It's like probably a half hour story, like 45-minute story maybe, about going hunting for the first time.
Oh, bro, I can imagine.
Bro, it was fucking, I was dying. Like I was laughing. I was like, what the hell? Like, how did I not know this was out any sooner? I
Right?
was like, so that's what I got caught up in that, and that's how I forgot the concert was on.
I
But
mean, you'll have
him
that.
talking about gender was hilarious. And again, he didn't do it like he didn't pick on anybody specifically. He didn't like pick on like the transgenders or gays or lesbians. Like he just covered the whole umbrella. Like he just covered it all.
Right.
And I was like, that is fucking hilarious. Like,
I mean, I think at this point in time, like people should understand they're going to a comedy show. Nobody's safe. Like
yeah.
nobody's safe. but yet everybody has to break down every intricate detail, like our podcast now. Now they're gonna be
Yeah,
like, "Why do you flick the screen?"
because my
Right?
wife was trying to call me.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, we have fuck ups too. He's staring at the TV.
Ah, no, I got a phone number two here. You know me, Mister Fancy Pants.
Right.
I'm
But
gonna
no,
have to.
like the fucking things happen. But like,
No, I'm still here though. I'm here. We're
no,
good.
no, that was like, it's fine. I was like, I know we're doing this now. But that's my thing is like, if you're going to a comedy show, y- nobody's safe. Like, just like this podcast is meant to be funny, not serious. Uh, Somebody asked me, why don't we stick to like one topic or one thing? That's not what this thing was made for. It was never
No, yeah.
like,
Me and you have discussed that. Like, listen, people, we have behind the scene conversations. Like, no, this isn't like a mass produced show. It's just two fucking dudes sitting in our houses with camera phones and a studio app that we.
what was that?
I don't know.
You know what? It's just we're so fucking awesome. I gave it two thumbs up, and all of a sudden, boom! It's just
That's
like,
hilarious.
dude, wait! Oh my god! No, I know I can do that. If this drops, I don't care. I'm sorry,
But
but if
like, but it's just like I, you know, we
okay, I'm done. I'm
we
done. That was fun.
we've talked about like yeah, like we don't want to be a scripted show. Like yeah, we try to like you said, you try to remember things that happen throughout your day or throughout your weekend to talk about, but it's
Yes,
not like we have specific like yeah, we'll talk about like okay, yes, our last two episodes were heavy on WrestleMania,
yes,
but for us in our world like that was a huge thing. And we know we have friends and family that are also into wrestling like we are. So yeah, we covered that topic a good more than we normally would. Like, but
correct.
it's just like, yeah, we're just here having fun.
Yeah, like that's.
And if I offend you,
I was waiting for it to do. I was like, because I don't know. I gave
I
it
don't
two
know
thumbs
why
up, and I
yours
just
does.
shot fireworks.
It did it earlier. I don't know if you said something or what you did, and the little like thumbs up emoji came
Oh,
floating
I went
across
like
your.
this, and all of a sudden it was like, bing! Look,
Yeah,
it did
there.
it
See,
again.
how does your phone do? I don't have that. We're in the same fucking studio. That's your stupid Apple shit, probably.
But look, I just made sparks fly, okay? And then it came out of my fucking right here. Yeah. It's like, get it. Yeah.
There ain't no sparks flying.
We're canceled next week, I swear to God. Because I'm making fireworks shoot out and everything just like this, and all of a sudden there's fireworks coming out. That was
Oh
wild.
no.
Um, no, but I take it back to when I did it at my dad's house. Like it was like 30 minutes and
Yeah.
it was just me shooting the shit. And then I was like, it killed time because at the time I was living at my dad's. So it was like there was nothing to do. Now, like now it's cool. Like a lot of things have changed. Like I think that me losing the password was like a blessing in disguise
Yeah.
because I was able to the app updated itself, and unfortunately, we're gonna have to figure out how to stream from audio going forward because May's right around the corner, and that's when I think Anchor is cutting that off. So, but I
But
digress.
that's the thing. Like that's what I want people to understand. Like we do still take this serious, and we have production meetings, whatever we want to. Like we chat over the weekend. We chat during the week. Like so,
Yes,
you know, we talk and we feed ideas off of each other, or we say, hey, you know, we try to help each other remember topics we might want to talk about. And I think he would agree, and he has probably already said, like, if you guys have topics you want us to maybe dabble into, let us know. If we feel it's something that we can put our 2 cents in on, we're going to do it. Not guaranteed
100%.
you might like my 2 cents, but I'm going
Yeah,
to give it to you.
100%. Like I've said it on just about every one of these where it's like, hey, if you want to leave comments, and it's not the YouTube spiel either. It's like, you guys and gals love this. I get great responses from it. I haven't heard one bad thing about this yet. Like nothing, except, you look at the TV or something. But that's just, I guess, that's just minute stuff that it's just, maybe it's doing more help than harm. I
Yeah.
get that's cool, but it's nothing like your content shit or this is that. It's not nothing negative. Which I'm sure there are people out there, but nobody just has the balls to say anything. But anywho, my thing is this: is now that I've started doing this on video, and um, I've got a lot of my old friends from Vine popping back up on like the new, well, old Facebook account.
Oh,
You know, they're going there, and it's like, hey, like it's still like you're just as funny as like you being on Vine and all this shit. And I was like, I don't know. I was just in a dark place at one time, and I'm going to talk about that further down the podcast, like
yeah.
episodes. But like, I didn't even think we could be this far. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't.
Yeah, like
I didn't.
we when you asked me to join, we were still doing just the audio, and even then we were still trying to figure it out because you having a co-host, like a person on with you weekly, was new. You never had done that. It was always just you. Yeah, you would have like Sam on, or I think I might have been a guest at one point. Like I started off, I can't remember, but and like you said everything changed because before everybody had to be with you to record, and then everything updated and changed to where now, again, we're sitting in two different fucking sides of the city, and we can do this, and we can have a guest on. We could have a guest on from anywhere in the U.S. Like it doesn't, I probably the world. Like it don't matter.
Right. And that's what I love too, is um like our wonderful friend Brenton like commented on the YouTube. He's like, I love this. And I was like, whenever you want to get back, now we're doing this. Now we're doing this. Like, so
Yeah,
anybody that's been a guest on the audio can absolutely come back on here. I'll take anybody. I'll take Brenton. I'll take Noel. I'll take Brittany. I'll take anybody. Brandy's been on. And anybody who wants to come back, sure. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Even if you only have 10, 15 minutes, I don't need you, or we don't need you to be there the whole podcast. That's fine. I get it. People have lives and shit going on in their lives and kids and work and blah, blah,
yeah,
blah. That's fine. Um, like I know it's coming. I think within this, I think it's this month, but our wonderful friend, I see you, Dave Miner, is trying to get on this show. So I know he works and I know his schedules are hectic, but whenever I can fit him in, I'm fitting him in.
yeah,
Like, just like it doesn't have like we drop these on Monday nights or Tuesday morning. It doesn't always have to be dropped on a Monday. Like we
yeah,
did WrestleManias on Tuesday because we want to recap Raw. But I feel like we're getting away from it. But I thank everybody that's did this, and I thank everybody that's reached out. I thank everybody for the support. I thank everybody who has like talked to me on social medias. That's great. Um, I've also had somebody reach out to me like, "Hey, would you be on?" Yes, you know what I mean. If there's a way for me to network and somebody wants me, like a Vine friend, wanted me to go on theirs,
yeah.
that's fine. But then my thing is, if I do you, you do me. Like that's
No,
how
I'm
it
not
works.
fucking doing you.
I mean, I- if I have soap in a shanty town and it's on a rope, what, dude? Now I'm thinking about we gotta like put it over their heads.
Yeah, like they're getting a gold medal at the Olympics.
That's it. That's it.
Get them a nice bar of Irish Spring. Smells good.
Right? Or that dollar soaps. Have you seen those?
No.
Okay. So there's soap with money in it.
Oh fuck, we're doing them a whole justice.
Serving the public.
They can get a bath and a meal. I mean, there's probably only $1 in the soap, but you can
No,
go get
you'd be
you a
shocked.
cheeseburger. You can go get a
There's
cheeseburger.
there's some of those soaps, bro, that have like $1, $50, $20. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I was like, I might want a soap. Like,
I,
spend
I'm
five
in.
dollars on a soap, get a hundo. I'm in. Yeah. Hey, I don't know. I'm just doing get my Uncle Si on.
You're
Um,
what?
that Uncle Si teacup thing. Meanwhile, I can't turn it around because it's a Starbucks cup, and I don't want anybody suing me.
Uh,
Shout out to my lovely niece Riley that got that cup because it changes my two favorite colors, which is blue and purple.
uh, I
Yeah.
have I have an actual teal Uncle Si cup.
Um, I had a green one. It's at somebody's house.
Yeah, I had a blue one, the actual blue one that had the Duck Dynasty logo on it.
Yeah, it was like mine was like a faded green,
I
and
don't know. I don't know what happened. It's
I
somewhere.
uh I lost it in a divorce. We'll call it that.
I didn't. No, I did not.
Oh, you're still married, dickhead.
I don't feel it.
So, since I know they watch, I want to tell like some of our wonderful friends that asked me to start creating people on WWE 2K24 whenever I got it. I got it. Okay. So, um, let's just say that I don't have that much fucking time like I did when we were like 17 or even in our 20s to make a slither of fucking people in a Thanos snap. I will tell everybody right now, if you create a person on that thing, it's like 2 hours long for one person. Like, I will give them credit where credit is due. Their their creativity is out of this world. Like, you can do absolutely anything. And I was telling our wonderful friend Josh Booz, I see you. um, that like it's just so in depth. Like I was kind of telling Brandy about it too. Like it's so crazy. You could have one person's entrance at the beginning of the ring, then switch it when they're coming down the ramp, then switch it when they're going to the ring, then switch it while they're in the ring. And I was like, brother, I don't have that much goddamn time. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
and then you do after you do all that, you have to do the move set. Then you have to do the entrance, like music and matches and all that. And then, bro, it even does the lights, the colors. Like if they come in, like you know how Karrion Cross comes in and it's all black and white,
yeah,
and then as they come down, it can switch to being like the lights are
color.
up. I
Yeah,
was like, yeah, I don't have that much time. I was like, but I'll get into it. It's just I have like my life going on.
yeah,
But I was like, I don't know. The gameplay is pretty cool. Um, I enjoy it. I haven't started the My Rise or anything like that. I mean, I just like dabbled my feet in it. I really haven't got a chance to get into it because, like, of the weeks I have acts, like, I do this. You know what I mean? But my time is more focused with him. And then, like, the weekends, of course, they get so busy so quick.
yeah,
And of course, she's told me millions of times she's okay with it. I just want to spend time with my girl. Like, I'll play like little shit here and there, something quick. You know what I mean? But then there's times where I'm like, I don't want to give us gamer guys a bad name. Like, all they do is play their video games. Like, no, like I do, but I don't. I mean, my girl's cool with it, but that's who I am as a person. Um, but she was admiring me playing fucking Harry Potter, which was cool. So Um, I also want to put out that not Eric, but my bestie had a baby,
No, I
and
didn't.
I said not you.
I mean, Donna's at McGee, but that's not the reason.
Yeah, but did she end up seeing my bestie at McGee?
No, I don't think she said she ever could connect with her. And
Ah,
that's the thing nowadays. They don't, me knowing that world, working in it now, like I, like times have changed, obviously, but I, you know, I think like I can remember because we have younger siblings, so it's like I remember when my mom had my sisters and stuff. Like you'd be in the hospital for almost a week,
bro, we were in the hospital for 3 days.
and then like when our kids came around, yeah, you're there for like 3 days or so, and you're like, oh wow, that's pretty quick. Now 24, 48 at the longest.
Yeah.
24 hours. They got you. Pop that kid out. You're gone.
Yep, that's exactly what happened because I was talking to her. I was like, "Hey, you guys home?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "God damn, Jamie!" Like, by the way, I have a female bestie too, which is my wonderful friend Jamie. Of course, then I have my best friend, which is male friend, which is Eric.
Other
And
way.
it doesn't matter. You switched the cameras on me when you left me, so this is
Well,
on you.
get over it.
Fine, this way, this way, this way. It's all on you.
Now you're trying to fucking punch me. That's rude.
But yeah, so my bestie Jamie, she had a baby. Shout out to her and Adam, her husband, and now my wonderful new nephew, Killian James. I will not give away fucking last names because I don't want y'all fucking trying to Google people because I don't do that. And y'all just
Way to go, Ja.
way to go, JA. The good old Ja, not Ja Rule. We don't want nobody getting diddied over here.
I don't know. You're over there playing with your Harry Potter wand. You said I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
I did, but it's my little controller. That's it. It's fine.
Talk about the little Harry Potter wand. You shouldn't talk about yourself like that.
I mean, it's thimble size. It plays music, so it's weird. Like
Cool. You're talking about a magic flute like it's fucking Zelda.
yeah, don't start. Don't fuck with the don't fuck with the dog, bro. I was like, man, I'm still about that life since I was 5.
Yeah.
I yeah, poor girl. Like they're having trouble with him sleeping, and I was like, welcome to parenting, you know. And then like, poor guy sleeps all day, and then he's up all night. And I was like, oh Lord, I feel
Doesn't
so
get any
bad.
doesn't get any better when the teenagers.
No,
Mine's up all
uh,
night and then she wants to sleep all day.
no, mine. That's the one crazy thing about like autism is, except when we left your house and we got here, it was like around midnight, and he was out,
Yeah.
and then he slept till like 7:30. So he's coming around to, if he's that tired, he'll be knocked.
Yeah.
Any other day, 6:30. I think that's why my body is naturally up at 6:30. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll fall back asleep if necessary, but man. But I remember when he'd be up at 3 and be up to start the day. Like, oh my god, were you there? I think it was, he only did it like two or three times. We'd have people over. I think it was the apartment on Friday, and then of course the Murray Street house. And we were going so hard, but we still kept it quiet. You know what I mean? Because he'd be sleeping in like his room on Murray. The only thing I felt bad for is the kitchen was right underneath of him.
Yeah.
So, but I remember our apartment on Friday Road when he just fucking walked out into the middle of the hallway, and we were all like, "Oh shit!" Like,
Yeah. There was that, and then there was the time that we got snowed in at your house. That's when Griff was in town. And we got snowed in and we all had to stay at your house. Me and you fucking somehow made it to the fucking Kmart on Route 8 to go buy like some necessities because nobody ended up planning on staying at your house. Like it was just like one of those things. Like, I think we just came over for dinner. It wasn't even supposed to be like a late night party night because the
no,
kids were like we had the kids and shit.
and
And
I think
then
we were just hanging out because Griff was there. Like we were all having dinner there.
yeah, Griff was in. That was whenever they were in Arizona and he
Yeah.
came home. And and I remember. So me and the wife crashed on your floor. You guys set us up a little air mattress or whatever. I think it might have been. We crashed on the floor, and I just remember waking up that next morning. Birds are chirping, sun's out, and I'm like, "Oh shit, it's morning." I look over. And I'm expecting to see my wife. Nope, there's fucking Xander's face. Morning. I'm like, bro, where the fuck did you come from?
Dude,
I reach over him. I tap my wife. She's like, what? And I'm like, where did he come from? She was like, about a half hour ago, he squeezed in between us and I just let him have his space. I was like, okay. like,
and I swear, I think that's why he takes like a like. I mean, he loves both of you, but I think it's why he
yeah,
takes a liking to Donna. We're just
yeah,
like, nope, just right here. Come on, yeah.
yeah.
And then next thing
You
you
don't care.
know,
Yeah.
what was that? Then they came back for Super Bowl 45.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, yeah, that was a good night too.
Yeah. We've
We
had some moments.
crashed.
We've had some moments.
Yeah, and then we all went to bed, and then hey, they made a baby in my living. I'm putting your shit out there, G. Putting your shit out there. I was like,
I
but yeah,
mean,
she's beautiful, and now she's a teenager too. God bless us all.
well, that's like you were telling me off air, line, whatever the fuck you're calling this.
Air.
Uh, you were commenting on a photo that my wife so nicely posted. Um, my mother, um, my mom had me tripping. She, my mom found old SD cards from her old digital cameras. Yes, kids, there's other ways to take photos besides your fucking phone.
Yes.
So my
Google.
mom, my mom she actually has CDs with photos on them that she transferred.
My mom does too, and mom, if you're watching this, close it. My mom gives me shit because she gave me like these. Remember the both of our parents had that fucking what is it 300 fucking 100 CD
Yeah,
holder in their tower. Yes,
yeah,
kids, they had CD towers. Okay, all right,
yeah,
calm down. So she took all the CDs out. She put them all in a CD case and she gave them to me. Well, apparently there was photos in there too. I've never seen these photos, like these discs. I've never
yeah,
seen them. And she like swears that they're here. And I'm like, Mom. So, Mom, if you're still watching, they're not here. Like,
yeah. My mom was, I guess, over the weekend. She was like, spring cleaning and was, because I think she like moved her desk and stuff around to her computer in her house, and she was just going through stuff, and she was coming across old photos. I mean, she had photos from back in like probably 60s, easy, from like of my great grandparents, like when they were young. Like
wow.
my grandparents is like, I think it was probably even before my mom and her siblings were born. But then she started hitting up like more current photos of like me and my sisters, and then she throws a photo out there, and I'm like, what the hell is that? I'm like, is that a COVID test? Like what? And no, it was yeah, my mom. And again, I would have never have thought to done this, but that's just how like especially our moms, we know how they both were because they fucking were friends. They thought alike. Like my mom thought to photograph the moment, and it's always one of those things where they're like, you know, like when we were younger, we are always like, I don't know, get the camera out of my face. Like, I don't want a photo, this and that. They're always like, pose, take a picture of this, take a picture with that. And now I'm glad she did because I had no fucking photos or anything of that
Yeah.
day. But yeah, it was February 10th of '07, chilling in my bedroom. Donna found out she was pregnant, and my mom photographed us with the test. And I'm like, again, at the time, and I still think it's a little weird that we did that, but I'm glad she did. Like, I showed it to my kid, like, you know what that is? She was like, I think I do. Like,
Right?
it's weird to think like that, that, like, I would have never have thought. And that's why, like, now I think now that I'm getting older, like, I do that a lot with my kid now because my kid hates as much as I mean, fuck, my kid wants to go to school for photojournalism. Like, she loves photography, but she likes being on the backside, not
Yeah.
the one getting photographed.
Yep.
But when we go to events or we do things that I feel like this is a memory that we need to keep, or down the road, we're gonna be like, oh crap, hey, remember that time? And I can say, yes, I do. Here's the photo.
Right.
Like the NFL and the Steelers just did a big thing over the weekend for girls flag football, high school flag football, and the Steelers were posting a bunch of stuff on Twitter, which my daughter doesn't do, and she couldn't go. She wanted to go to the game. It was down at Couples, and all the city schools competed in it. Just like I guess like a little mini tournament.
Yeah.
She wanted to go because she had some friends that were playing on the team, but she worked. I'm like, well, welcome to the working world. Shit happens. Like, you can't do everything. But
Wow.
anyways, I saw the Steelers had posted a couple photos from down there, and they had a team photo from every school. Like, they took a team photo. So I saved it for her, and I'm like, I know you didn't get to go, but I saved you. I downloaded and saved you this photo. Like, put it, if you want to keep it, keep it. If you don't, like, delete it at some point. But at least you have it. That if you want to, like, oh yeah, my friend so and so played on this team, and there it is. Like,
Right.
it's just, I guess it's just the different world we're living in now that we have
Yeah.
these. Because that's the thing too. Like, my mom wouldn't have really been able to share all those photos with us as easy as she did, because she was just like, she even forewarned me and my sisters, because as most of us all do now, we have some form of like a family group chat going.
Yeah.
And my mom goes, all right, I'm about to flood the basket with a bunch of photos. Don't hate me, I'll keep it brief. And they just started rolling through, and I thought a lot of them were pretty cool.
Right. But the only thing I digress, and I should have definitely commented on it, is y'all were pregnant in February,
Yeah,
and then March came, and that's the same practice day, Crow.
yeah,
And then we were pregnant with Xander in April.
yeah. Well, that's what
Because
we did the math backward. Everybody does that whenever you find out you're pregnant, and when the doctor finally says, oh yeah, you're so many months
yeah,
along.
yeah, yeah.
So at that point, we had found out Donna was 2 months pregnant. So obviously, immediately, she's pregnant, so she's got to start making doctor's appointments, all that. And they say, oh, you're 2 months along. So we did the math backwards, and we're like, 2 months from February, that was January, December. I was like, oh, Christmas. Did we? She goes, if you remember correctly, that was the Christmas that we got engaged, and your birthday was that following weekend. She goes, we might have over celebrated a bit. And I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Just a little turns. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that
Because
was the
yeah.
Christmas that I proposed to her. And then my birthday, obviously at that time, we probably went clubbing or who knows what we did.
For
Because we
sure.
was we was still partying hard at those points.
Yeah. Like that's what we were thinking because we went and saw we got exclusive passes to go see Stone Cold, The Condemned
Oh,
with Stone Cold, and we went and saw it. And Xander's mom's like, I don't feel good. Like, something's wrong. And I was like, okay.
yeah.
Like, and then like she went to the bathroom and she seemed okay. You know what I mean? I guess she didn't wanna, or maybe she just felt like she ate something wrong.
Yeah.
And you know me, we're about to go to the movie. I was like, maybe you're pregnant. And she's like, I'm fucking better not be fucking pregnant. I was like, I don't know. That's my thing. So we came back and she did a fucking pee test and yeah, sure as shit. Then we told her mom, and then her mom got like, what are you gonna do? Like, bro, nobody really knows.
Yeah, you don't.
It just happens.
Even
But
for
then
people that plan it, there's those people out there that are like, I'm having a kid now and da 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 da. Like,
right.
even when you plan it, you still don't know. Like,
No.
shit happens. Like, you know, it was just like, but that was our thing too. Like, so that day of that photo my mom took, I remember it. It was a Saturday, and we went out for the day, like a day date, whatever you want to call it. we went out to lunch and we went to the museum. And she, same thing, dude. Like, she was just like, I don't feel good. Like, I'm tired. And I'm like, well, I don't know. Maybe walking around, you're just, yeah, you did too much or this or
Yeah.
that, whatever. And then I was like, you're pregnant. And she was like, no, I'm not. And I was like,
No, we're
yeah.
not alike at all, bro.
I was like, yeah, you're pregnant. She goes, no, I'm not. And I was like, yeah, you are. And she was like, I can't get pregnant. The doctors told me that, with all of her situations and medicine she's on, she was like, me and pregnancy aren't going to be a thing. And I was like, yeah, you are.
Yeah.
I stopped at the store on the way home from the museum and bought that test that she's holding. She took it, and dude, she walked in, tears from the bathroom, just tears. And I'm like, so I was right, wasn't I? Like, that was my response. Like,
Right?
told you. Like, you
Like,
know,
uh,
so obviously my mom was the first one to know because I was living with my mom at the time. So my mom's like, is everything okay? Like, she just sees Donna bawling, like, but it wasn't like, I mean, she was just, it was happy, but worried because, again, like with her health and everything at the time, like, I mean,
exactly.
or not at the time, but just in general, like, that was a whole new world that we were getting into that we didn't know how it was going to go. Knock on wood, went great. But so it was happy and sad tears, like, because we didn't know, like, is she going to miscarry? Like, we didn't know. We just
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know.
100%.
So, but my mom sees that, and, like I said, our moms are alike. And they're gonna be like, what's she good? What's going on? Did you do
Yeah.
something? What did you fucking say to her? Like, wasn't me. I didn't. Well, I guess it was me, but it wasn't me.
Yeah,
Like,
right? Yeah, like
so
ours was kind of similar the same way. Because she was like, I'm gonna go take a piss test. And I was like, okay, well, do what you gotta do. I'll be right here. Because at the time we were staying with her mom.
yeah,
And she come out and she's got the same fucking teary eye thing going on. And I was like, are you pregnant? And she's like, yeah. I was like, holy shit. I was like, it's one of those, man, I thought I was fucking around. Like,
yeah,
and she's like, because I mean, if anybody does know me, like, I didn't want kids. I mean, I'm very fortunate that I've been on this path to, I believe that he is who is supposed to be in my life.
yeah,
But um if that day ever came, I was going to be the best dad I could possibly be.
yeah,
I had challenges too. I never thought that, not that it's a bad thing, but I think I'm right for this job. Like,
yeah,
that's how I feel. So then next thing you know, I'm fucking kind of bawling and I'm like, dude, I'm going to be a fucking dad. And I just couldn't believe it. I was like, I didn't want to have kids, but fuck, I said if it ever happened, I was going to be a fucking great dad. And fuck, I'm not no saint. I've had my shit points of time and put
I am the picture perfect father. Just
okay.
saying.
Okay. You want me to? There you go.
There it is.
Picture
That's my.
perfect dad right
I got.
there.
I got my Zambellis. Yes.
um,
You're an asshole.
you're welcome. You love it.
No, I don't love it.
But no.
You're over there fucking celebrating the Nashville scores, you son of a bitch.
Oh, that's because the Pens are playing Nashville.
You're
What
not
channel
watching
is
it,
that
but
on? What channel is that on?
I'm not telling you. Not local.
Oh, that's not local. Oh fuck, I'm on it.
I'm watching it illegally.
Oh, well, that's fine. Um, but no, like back to what you were saying about photos. Like
Yeah.
I just came across the photo of it's one of my favorite photos of them. It's Jane and Xander watching the fireworks
Oh yeah. I think I have
when they
that
were
one too.
kids.
Well, they were under the bridge.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's like one of my favorite photos of them. And it's one of those moments. It's like, oh, that was one of the last times, like under the bridge. Now before
Yeah.
it
Because
got
then
all
they built
developmental and all that.
fucking condos and shit.
Yeah, so for sure, because and then we didn't take a picture of her with the test, but we took, of course, pictures of her
Like I
pregnant.
said, I wouldn't have. Like we didn't do it. I didn't think to. That was my mom, obviously, that was like, hey, let's get a photo. And I'm like, what? I don't, because, if you look at the photo, like, you can still tell, like, Donna still got red eyes. Like, she just got done crying and shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
right.
and
The
I'm still
crazy
sitting.
part is, so bro, I showed Brandy the
Uh,
photo. She had
yeah.
no idea who the fuck you were. Neither one of you.
Bro, I'll blow your mind. I wish I could pull it up, like, on here. Like, we could, we'll have to figure that out a different day. But my mom also, not this time, this was another time she had come across old photos. It might have been my mom, or maybe it was one of my sisters. It was that same year. So we found out in February Donna was pregnant. It was that April for Easter, me and Donna sitting at my mom's house celebrating Easter with her. And bro, like I I'll send it to you off, but like I was like, who, what, huh? Who are those two people? Like, I'm like, who the fuck is that? And James even was like, look at you and mom. Like, Donna looks like a complete. She even looks different from that photo that you were talking about that you saw, the pregnancy photo. She even looks different from that. I think I look even thinner than I was in the photo, the pregnancy photo. And I'm like,
Photo.
who the fuck? What? Where'd that guy
Right?
go? Like, holy fuck! How do I get back there?
Right?
And it's not even like I'm talking about like, oh, I want to get back to my high school date. Like, no. Well, I mean, I guess that is a long time ago. No one stop and think about how old my kid is. Like, I got to go back a few years, but like, no. But
Yeah.
yeah, maybe one day.
My thing is, that year
Oh seven.
when we went to Joe's Crab Shack for my birthday, and the girls were pregnant at the time,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and they tried giving them Miller Chill, and we're like, no, they're pregnant.
yeah.
And they
They were
were like,
doing like the Miller Light girls or
the
whatever were
Miller
down
Lite
there.
girls were trying to like give them Miller Chill, and I was like, no, they're both pregnant.
Yeah,
And they were like, oh, and that's when they gave them the shirts.
yeah. They got shirts. The rest of us like got to try that
Right.
new beer or whatever, and then I think we gotten a couple other souvenirs from them. They were passing out like dumb shit.
Right. But it's just crazy. Like, there's stories. Like, there was a lot of shit going on in '07. Like,
Yeah, oh seven was, yeah. That the other time I remember that was like somewhat of a tradition was going to Joe's Crab Shack for your birthday, and um. Okay. Sorry,
bro,
hold on a second.
what in the ghost adventure shit is going on in your crib right now?
Uh, okay. My kid just popped out of nowhere. Like I'm talking about her, and she just shows up. Like, what the fuck? No, I was not talking about you. Just go away. Um,
We're in the
I'm
middle of
about
shooting a podcast, young lady.
I'm about to talk about her though.
There you go.
They were, I don't know, they were little toddler, like they were old enough to talk, but they were still littler. But like I said, that became like a tradition for a little while there to go to Joe's Crab Shack for your birthday. Like that's what you wanted to do, and we go rent out like a whole fucking area, party area.
Yeah, I
Especially
never
because
heard that.
they opened up that one down at Station Square.
Yeah.
But my fondest memory, besides the beer night, the girls being pregnant, was post pregnant. Again, a few years later, my child fucking, because I'm always the odd one out. Everybody's ordering fucking seafood.
We know, E. We know.
I hate seafood. I'm
You also
ordering a
go to a
burger.
chicken wing place and order a burger.
Yeah,
That's why I
so
still love you.
I ordered a burger. But even my own, like, I think they had to have been like four, somewhere around there. Because again, they were talking and functioning like little people, not like
Yeah.
babies. And my kid ordered a whole fucking bucket of crab legs, like by herself. And I was
Right?
like, what the hell? And I don't know if it was like Mark or Lee. I don't know who it was, but when I know one of the guys, might even like Schmeely or somebody was like, is she gonna eat that? And I'm like, let her go. And she's over there cracking them herself, just
Right?
eating them.
Was that Joe's Crab Shack that made me wear a hula outfit?
Yeah, that was Joe's. Yeah, because Ashley went behind your back and told them it was your birthday,
That's the fucking worst thing I hate in this life.
and then they made
Not that
you.
situation, not that. You know what I mean? Because, even though it is what it is with his mom, I have great times with her. But I hate that because, I fucking hate surprises.
Yeah, she went behind your back and told them it was your birthday because it had to have been because I don't think it was the first time we went. It was like a time or two later, like a birthday or two after that, because we didn't even know that was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we saw it happen to somebody else, and she was like, "Next birthday, he's." And we were like, "Yeah, yeah,
And lo and behold, it happened.
yeah."
But I didn't bitch out. I put it on.
But yeah, you had to wear the coconut bra. You
Yep.
had to wear the skirt and the hula thing. And yeah, and they made you do the dance while they sang like a Hawaii version of Happy
Happy
Birthday or whatever.
birthday. Yeah, fuck me. Those are good times.
Yeah,
And then after that, it's like, okay, the kid's got to go with a sitter and then we're going to go out.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Those were the days.
Now
Look
we're
at us
all
now,
cool,
sitting here.
making podcasts, reminiscing.
Yeah,
I tell you, I'm still for it. We have to get like the guys on this. Like that would be an incredible fucking podcast to have all of us on here.
yeah. I don't know what our guest limit is, but we'd have to
Right.
experiment.
But my thing is like you can't get we can't get one because I don't talk to that person no more because of his wife. Um the other one I'm okay with. Everything's fine. I squashed that beef a long time ago. Um the rest are all fine. I love them like brothers. Uh but I mean it would still be fun, you know.
We'd have to start. That'd be like a fuck. That'd be a
That'd be a fucking mini series.
yeah. That'd be a special.
Yeah, that we would I would literally tell you to break that down into increments. Like,
We're gonna have to. That one's gonna. We're gonna have to get funding from like Max or somebody. Netflix, maybe. I don't know if they would do it for us.
right? And the round table would just have to be a discussion of just us in our 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cuz I think it's still funny that Mark still knows how the schedule went and then who flipped into here and then we could reminisce about fuck.
Well, you're talking about like what places we went to on what days?
Oh, I still know the schedule, believe
Oh
me.
yeah, the schedule. I mean, we lived it for 3 years straight.
Yep. And then we got bored on chilling on a Monday. And then that's when we found we would go to like the Brown Jug in Millville. That's
Yeah.
where I know that's where Mark and I went. Um yeah, like that would be fucking amazing. We could talk about Schmeely being in the fucking wheel well of his birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we might have to make that happen. We'll have to go in our like homies chat room and be like, listen, we got an idea.
There was. I think it got put on Facebook, which I don't do. But obviously, my wife was tagged in it. I think, and she was tagged to say, "Hey, show this to your husband." I think it might have been Mark. I don't know who it was, but somebody put up a picture of the fucking orange cone.
I
And
still see the orange cone once in a while too.
my kid was like, "What is with the orange cone?" And I said, "You had to be there." Like I
I
can't.
swear, I swear on everything. Like it was, you had to be there because, good God, like
That was a night.
that was a night. That was the same night that I was with Craig, and he whips his car banging, like banging. I forget what he was banging. I don't know if
Dubstep.
it
I
was.
was there. I know what you're about to say. I was in
And
the back seat.
he rolls into the fucking hood, fucking
The Sunoco up in the Hill
Sunoco
District.
in the Hill District. I don't remember. I can't remember if it's like he needed papers or a blunt, and
Yeah, he went in to get something to smoke because
I asked him for blacks or something. I
we
forgot.
left South Side. We left South Side. Um, we were out for a bachelor party. We left South Side.
Bro,
We
it's
were
okay
headed.
to tell we were going to the strip club.
That's what I was about to say, and we were headed to cheerleaders for the second part of the bachelor party. And Craig was like, "I got to make a pit stop," and we were like, "You're driving. We don't give a shit. Like whatever you want to do,
Fireworks,
bro."
baby. Strip club
And he was like,
fireworks.
"Yeah," and he drifted right in, and
Dude,
I'm
he
like,
fucking really did drift into that fucking parking lot. Like he
"Yeah."
really did.
But he was like, "Oh, I'll go here all the time. It's cool."
Yeah, right. I was like, I mean, bet I get it, but like,
Like we weren't scared of the hill, but you know what I mean. Like it's the hill.
Adam, it's the
Should be
hill.
popping off. Like
Fuck yeah, especially that late at night.
I was not trying to die before I seen some titties. Like I don't know.
I mean, who doesn't want to play fucking basketball in a G-string?
It happens,
It happens.
and it did.
Like, so don't anybody be judging us. It's a bachelor party for fuck's sakes. Like, come on.
And we were only 17 at the time, so don't judge us.
We weren't, but you know.
Yeah, there was no way we were doing Southside and a strip club at 17. I mean, we probably could have, but we
We
didn't.
probably could have. I think it's funny like how hard we went in our 20s.
You didn't give a thumbs up for that light to come on.
I didn't. It's my wonderful partner in crime.
He's getting another gob, isn't he?
No, he's just chilling. Just chilling.
Uh,
Um, like it's I think that's the repercussions now.
yeah,
Because we went so hard and it's just like ain't no more. I mean,
no,
no. Like now I think about it, if there's no way I could ever do that run now.
no. There's no way. I mean, like, you know, when I work, if that ever becomes a thing again, like that's kind of like one of my, I don't want to say a shortcut, but that's one of my back, like avoid traffic routes to get home.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll come across the Birmingham and then just take Carson all the way back to my place. And it's like I drive through there and I'll just pass places. I mean, half the places we went aren't even fucking there anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
But like I'll just pass like certain blocks and I'll be like, man, I remember what was I think? Like, wow, like you said, I couldn't do that again.
Nah.
Like I'm just like, how in the hell did I not die down here? How am I not one of these fucking homeless people that are trying to get hooked up with a bachelor? Like, I don't know how I'm not on the side, chilling.
Just give me
But
a soap on the rope that has a 50 in it. I'll be straight. I'll be all right.
we got to give a little leeway when we pick up these homeless people for the game show, whatever reality show. I don't know, whatever we're calling it.
Let's call it a reality show because the
Yeah,
game
game
show is
show
going to
sounds
give
a little.
us.
That sounds like yeah. Let's not call it that.
Mm,
We're gonna have to accept the fact that some of these bums got pets. They got a little raggedy dog with them. We
yeah,
can't. We cannot have the dog. I mean, we'll clean up the dog too. It's
yeah,
like a starter family. You know what I mean? Whoever the bachelor or the bachelorette is going to be, it's like, look, you're going to get a, a, a date and they come with a little extra on the side, like literally
they come with a
baggage. And
critter.
we're not talking about a hefty baggage. Like they come with a little pet. You
That's it.
know,
They come with a bet. You
they got
know,
Scruffy. You can't get rid of Scruffy. That's been their companion holding them through the bum's life this whole time.
right?
Like you can't just ditch the dog.
Yeah, that's true. But
So
then you'll have to create drama, and then
yeah.
the bachelor or bachelorettes will be like, "You're gonna have to make a decision. It's either me or the dog," and then that leaves the fans in off for like,
Or if it's like a girl, a bachelor, we have a bachelorette and she's picking up a homeless guy and he has a dog, but she's like, I'm a cat person, and Miss Meowingkins at home is not gonna like Scruffy. Like,
Right.
and then he's gonna be like, "Well, this dog has been there through cold, chilly nights down on the river. Like, I ain't getting
Right.
rid of Scruffy.
Kept me warm during the fucking blizzard of '93 or some shit. Like,
I
yeah.
shaved all of his hair off and made this coonskin hat." Like, you can't, you can't forget about the dog. Like,
No, you can't. You can't.
they play a big role in the homeless life.
They keep them occupied, but that does piss me off. No. Like, again, I'm not like the biggest animal person, but like I fucking hate when I see somebody homeless and then there's their dog. But I'll give them the credit. That dog be eating over
Oh
there.
yeah, sometimes the dogs eat better than the fucking bum.
Bro, that's a fact. That's a fact for big facts. Like, I'll be like, damn, at least that dog's getting to come up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because I was like, old man ain't fucking doing shit over here. He been on the same block for like 3 years. But
yeah.
hey, Scruff McGruff is doing pretty fucking great. You know?
He got that shiny coat.
Fuck yeah. I I thought about, I don't know. I've thought about it a couple times about not necessarily like one of those nights, but I've thought about like, man, because I feel like the pandemic killed it for us. Like, that's it. You know what I mean? But there's a part of me that would just would want to go down and kind of like do like a farewell thing. Because I mean,
The
not to the discretion of being out till like 2 or 4.
But that's the thing though, dude. Like, I don't think that I would want to because again, it's not that like if I really wanted to, I could get my body to get through it. The next day is gonna fucking suck. But
Bro,
I'll get through the event.
look at fucking St. Patty's Day. The next day I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so but it's like I just feel like Southside has changed so much. For one, most of the places we went to aren't there no more.
No, 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 no,
There's
no.
some still holding strong. We got a few. We
Hmm.
know a guy that one of our mains. Uh, but it's like, but that atmosphere down there has changed so much. Like,
It's
it,
super wild.
because that's the thing too. Like, yeah, back in the day, like, everybody talks about wild South Side, crazy South Side, crazy Carson Street, and it's like, yeah, back in the day, you'd go out, you're walking back to the car, you're gonna see some shit. But generally, it was just two fucking dudes throwing blows in the middle of the sidewalk. Both are drunk. One's gonna fall over. The other one's gonna fucking, you know, have his buddies drag him away. That's
Or you
the
might
night.
see a chick taking a piss in the middle of the fucking in between two buildings.
Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, it is what it is.
Or
You
your
got to
best friend
do.
might take a fucking car.
Yeah, like, but now it's just like you go down there, you're risking your life.
Dude, that night we were down there to have dinner. Like,
Yeah, because that was the night you stopped by and saw us.
right, I was telling her, I was like, this is kind of when it starts to pick up a little. Like,
Yeah,
we're getting out of here just when it's kind of kicking off.
yeah.
I was like, yeah, like you don't want to be down here at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning.
No, not no more. You can't. And it's just like, that's the part of it for me because especially now, as I told you, St. Patrick, we talked about St. Patrick's Day on here, and just my irritability level with people nowadays, I'm gonna say some shit to somebody. But
Yeah,
again, back in the day, I could say some shit to somebody. Okay, whatever it is, what it is. Like it might turn into a shoving match. It might turn into a fist fight. Whatever. But nowadays, you say some shit to somebody, I got to worry about walking out of that fucking establishment and worrying about if dude's waiting for me with a fucking heater.
yep,
That's just, and that's the thing. Like I said, nowadays,
right.
whoo,
And like, I mean, I've said it too. And like, after shit I've seen, like, you know, after like we would go down and whatnot, and then
yeah,
going with somebody, just the shit I experienced, like, nah. I mean, guns in faces, guns in my face. Like, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just not. It's not worth it. Like, I'll just remember the good old days and just move forward. Like, fuck it. I am
Like,
not.
I mean, I've thought about even because we have two wonderful friends that love day drinking. Like doing it during the day wouldn't be bad. You got to be out of there by 6:30, 7 at the
Yeah,
most. You can't fuck around down there no more. I just have too many things to like really value anymore,
yeah,
and I just can't. I just can't do that no more. You know. Plus the driving, excuse me, all that stuff. I'm just.
yeah. I'm good.
Um, but we'll end it on that note.
Yeah, we're still
Um,
alive. We survived.
we are still alive. As like some of us, shouldn't be here, but that's another day. Um, this guy,
He's partying hard over there.
he is. He's on fire. That's because it's like a little bit past his bedtime, so he's gonna soak it up for like 5 more minutes.
Yeah,
But um, again, like we were saying, if you have an idea for a guest, if you want us to talk about something, hell, if you just want us to fit something into a show, it's not hard to reach out to us. You could hit up the Cho Thoughts podcast. Like it's not hard, you know. It could be on any social media. Hell, we've already discussed it plenty of times. Like Eric's dropped his social, I have mine. I think from now on we might just have to do like our names at the bottom, just so people see it, so we don't have to keep validating it every time. Like you know what I mean? Like our names at blah 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 blah.
oh,
Not all of them, you know what I mean? Like just
yeah,
yeah. And then um we'll we'll whatever works. Like
yeah.
it's not hard. Again, you like it, you subscribe to it, and you can get notifications whenever we put something on. And again, you want to be a guest, hit us up. Believe me, it doesn't take 2 seconds. We'll set everything up and we will work around you, like I've said. So just reach out. Doesn't hurt. Like we're not gonna avoid it. We'll talk to you. Like doesn't matter. Um, and until next time, of course, that's Big E. I'm the Big Cho. My son's in the background. His daughter's over there somewhere. And we'll see y'all next week. Later.
Later.